And welcome to Your Health. And this month we're talking about mental health. And one of the biggest things in the arena of mental health are persons that are considering or committing suicide. It's become a major problem in the country. Today with us, Kim Boswell, and you are the Commissioner of the Alabama Department of Mental Health. Doing a great job, by the way.
Thank you, sir.
I've been checking all the different things, and all the programs keep going like this. And of course, 988 is now a good line.
It's a wonderful line. So instead of having to remember a really long number, if you're in a mental health crisis, you can dial 988. And there will be someone on the end of the phone to counsel you, to help you get to the services that you need, to help you if you're in a suicidal crisis, be able to find what you need and get help immediately. So we've seen over 165,000 Alabamians call 988 since it started in July of 2022.
Is that right?
It's a huge number. We're just so excited. It's really the entrance into our system of care as well. So people don't have to try and figure out the name of their local mental health center or what number to call. It really is a great way if you need mental health services, and especially if you're in a suicidal crisis, you can dial 988 and get the help you need.
And that's an average since its inception of about 5,000 a month.
Yes.
And
yes.
That's a big number.
It is a big number.
Considering the fact that Alabama's got 5 million is our population.
Right.
That's a pretty strong number there.
It is. And we've seen a study just recently came out really looking at youth suicide, and it looked at the numbers from the time the 988 line began in July of 2022, and we've actually seen an 11% decrease in the number of young adult suicides, so a decrease of around 4,400 in the United States during the time frame of when the 988 line was first stood up. And so we are seeing a huge impact on those numbers, and we're very excited about that.
You know, our viewers are parents and grandparents, mostly grandparents, because it's designed for people a little bit older, and they're concerned about their grandchildren because they're saying they're growing up in a different environment.
Yes.
From a suicide perspective, what is the early age that they become more prone to it?
You know, sadly, we're seeing kids at a younger age. So, you know, really for girls between that 9 and 13-year-old age, it's a little bit younger.
It's a transition time anyway. Yeah.
And for boys a little bit older, we see those numbers increase, you know, more the 12 to 16-year-old age. But for girls especially, that transition time is really, really challenging. We see an increase in anxiety, especially, and depression with girls and boys during that time frame. It's really pretty disturbing to see the numbers that are out there. So to know that the 988 line is really having an impact really is very encouraging, that we can make some headway to address that issue.
And of course, obviously a lot of people considering suicide, probably the number one reason would be financial problems, or is there different reasons?
Many reasons.
Did they give the reason? Is that part of the intake? Or
sometimes they do. You know, that is part of people feeling hopeless for whatever reason. Yeah. It could be financial. It could be a breakup of a relationship. It could be someone that has a mental health issue that just has not been able to navigate the system and figure out where to go, and they just feel like they don't have any other alternative. So we know, you know, about 50% of people who have a suicidal crisis like that, they're not going to have any signs. It often is a very sort of impulsive decision, and then when it happens, it's really hard for families.
So then when you're looking at suicide, always it can be something else in the mind that caused it besides just you went up, for lack of a better term, you kind of went out of your mind, because your mind needs to be normal, and something triggered it to make it do something different. Is medical sometimes a factor in that too?
It can be for older adults. It really can be. You know, if they feel like they've gotten a terminal diagnosis. I know, you know, I've seen that with my mom. She had a friend from high school that she had kept in touch with for years and years. And then all of a sudden, when he knew that he was not going to be able to live independently anymore, you know, he made the decision to end his life. And so sometimes people feel so much stress and don't know how to handle that stress, and for whatever reason don't have the hope that the problem can change. That's where we see folks sort of make that decision to take their own life.
And of course, that's usually happening in the older population.
Right, right.
So again, 988, it's a very magical, very easy number to remember. Yeah. And if nothing else, you can dial 911 and they'll put you over to 988. Will they not?
They will.
Okay, so they can connect, because everybody kind of remembers 911 for an emergency. But this is a good one.
It is a good one.
Great. And thank you. You're a good one, too.
Thank you.
You're doing a great job. And remember this, the Alabama Department of Health is here to help you. They're part of our state government, but yet they're here for your mental health. And we'll be right back right after this.